From out of the man cave and onto the air, it's your favorite voice of ecstasy. It's John St. John with the best morning after ever radio show. 30-some-odd minutes of happenings, discussions, and full frontal nudity. So put your arms around your speakers. It's John St. John.
Hey. Good morning, everybody. What's going on? Happy Thursday. Happy week before Christmas day.
That's right.
We're taping this the week before Christmas.
A few more days for shopping.
So. Yeah, a few more days of shopping.
7 more days.
There haven't been that many discounts. But anyway, this is John St. John, and I'm with my beautiful, lovely co-host.
Lovely. All right.
I don't know, lovely.
Right. See, consistency.
In the morning we are, but this is Cindy Lou. Hey, Cindy Lou.
Hey.
So anyway, the
happy
deals.
to be here.
Well, she's always happy. She's always happy to be here. Sounds like Elvis. I'm happy to be here.
It's starting to be a
Thank you very
joke,
much.
isn't it?
It is kind of a weird. And we don't have Gentleman G with us, but we do have our listen to me, lovely. We have our awesome producer with us, of course, Kingpin Danny.
He's lovely too.
I think we already have callers lined up that wanted to just chat with us this morning. They love the sounds of our voice in the morning.
They got here before we did.
They got here before we did. They were on hold before we went on the air.
Yeah.
But I do want to talk a lot about what we've been doing. We have been trying to become media moguls. And we're finding out that it's a lot harder than we thought. I guess you could look at a Mancow or a Stern and how long it took them to get to the...
It worked so well on South Park, they just did it.
They just did it, yeah. Funny
but,
that he brings up Trey Parker and Matt Stone.
But
my brother went to school with them.
Did he?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, they just start doing a radio station. I forget how that episode goes. I remember that's an old one, isn't it?
Well, yeah, or something like that. They get these ideas, and then all of a sudden, the next thing you know, it's like, it's just it all happens like that. It's a popular misconception. A lot of times, when you want to do something, it actually takes work.
To become a media mogul, right?
I believe it actually takes work. It doesn't just happen overnight. It's not just sheer talent alone, which, I'm not understanding that because, there's more talent in this room right here. Right now,
than what, like a Stern or a
anywhere else,
or Opie and Anthony, or just Anthony and Mike, or just Jim now, or a Bubba the Love Sponge,
or whoever, Baba Booey or
Baba Booey. Well, he's with Stern.
Baba
Booey. So anyway, we realized that it is difficult to get on some of these networks. You got to have good agents, I guess. And you have to be able to broadcast live from all these different locations, which we really aren't doing at the moment. We're in our little bunker near the Portage Theater in Chicago.
But we persevere.
We do.
We're
working on it.
And we're trekking on. And
So it's Thursday morning, the week before Christmas, and I guess we're getting our Christmas goose, but not really. We're getting goosed.
What are you getting? An eviction notice?
No, well, possibly. That's a whole story.
That's another story. Huh?
Which I do want to talk about the day job, which brings us right into what I want to talk about. We've had interesting weeks. We've been doing our side job of being karaoke hosts, as we mentioned in a couple other shows.
Uh-huh.
And I wish that made money, but it's fun.
Well, yeah, it doesn't make money. It actually,
It makes money for SlamInternetRadio.com, which still keeps us here on the air,
It makes money for the bar that I keep throwing money over to
the bowling alley bar.
But
boy, we had some interesting incidents. We were able to go to the Second City Theater and see this special Realm Awards spoof show, and it's actually kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
But it's in the smaller theater. For anybody familiar across the country, Second City has a smaller theater, and it's called Donnie Skybox. So we were able to enjoy a great show there called the Realm Awards. It's pretty funny. They're holding up these, obviously fake awards, but people are stealing them, and they're dressing up in goofy costumes, and you have a couple of local announcers from radio on there, not us unfortunately, but it's a pretty interesting show.
Well, he had some. They even
George
had some.
went. They had the Murray Awards.
Yeah, they had some clips.
The Murray Awards,
the best Murrays, and stuff like that.
Yeah, they had George Wendt in there, the best Chicago accent.
It was all a goof, and most of it was pretty much improvised.
Yeah.
So,
hence Second City Improv.
So therefore, if you think that kind of stuff, if you like that kind of thing, it's worth a shot. Go and check it out. I believe Are they having another show this weekend?
I think it's every weekend for the next till January.
Is it?
Middle of January.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an ongoing show.
What were tickets?
I don't know. They were like $10, I think.
10 or were they 13?
I don't remember.
Something like that.
Unlucky 13? No, they were fairly cheap, especially for Second City. So if you're making
Yeah.
it to Chicago, you can check out the Realm Awards. It's on, I
Right.
believe, Friday and Saturday.
Sure.
Is playing over in the Downey Skybox over there. So we were able to do that. We were able to get some pictures with some locals, Second City, up and comers, not necessarily famous, but in clips, in some theater shows there at Second City. So that was fun. We got to walk the red carpet. That was cool. But I don't know about my job. We're doing this for radio. We're doing all these appearances, but I may be evicted. I'm not sure yet. I don't know. They're closing down the basement at my mansion in the suburbs of Chicago.
You're closing down the basement.
Yeah, or rehabbing. So I guess I'm getting kicked out. I don't know.
You need to tell those old people to go down to Florida.
Yeah,
I've been
right.
telling my old people to go down to Florida for a long, long time.
Yeah, that would
They don't listen.
get us that would get us the opportunity to keep me in the other parts of the house, but maybe they rent those rooms out too, and I don't know about it. I'm not there that much.
It is a pretty big house, from
So,
what I understand.
We're out having so much fun. I don't even know what's going on in the private life, and I know this after we went to the awards show spoof at the Second City. My lady friend decided to have a public blowout. That was interesting.
Yes.
And
That was
Cindy
fun.
Lou was part of it. That was weird. And also the governor happened to be out with us. He likes doing karaoke.
Yeah, allegations were made and
So
all sorts of.
is there somebody on the air there already?
Wait.
Is your spirit talking to me, Cindy Lou?
No, that's not me.
Okay,
The studio's haunted.
Yeah, I don't know what's the studio's on.
Did somebody say blowout?
Okay, I think we have a caller who just been on the line the whole time and we didn't recognize. Well, good morning.
Well, I'm a busy man, I must say.
Well, it's nice to have you on
Nice
the
to
air.
have you.
Did you have an interesting weekend?
Well, absolutely. I'm always in a menage a trois. I've always been a fan of Cindy Lou's.
Are you one of our celebrity callers of the day?
I am Tim Curry.
Oh, good morning. How are you?
Oh, I'm wonderful. Maybe I can take Cindy Lou out to dinner and teach her a few things.
Yeah.
Well, we were going to
Well,
get
maybe
into
we'll do that.
We were going to get into the story a little more. To
You
kind of
only
refresh
played
our
the
audience.
part. I'm the real thing.
Yeah, she's the real thing,
So,
Tim.
I am the sweet
Well,
trans.
she just a sweet transvestite.
Actually,
I
I'm
don't-
the sweet transsexual, but
I-
that's another story.
I don't think she's
So,
from Transylvania,
I'm
though.
not really from Transylvania.
Sounds pretty Chicagoan to me.
I could teach her a few things.
What's that over there? Some sausage? Oh, that picture of Ditka?
Picture a dick and some sausage from Chicago. So, Mr. Curry, where are you at these days? You in London performing? Are you in Chicago? New
Oh,
York?
I'm everywhere. It's hard to tell you day by day, but
Well, you would probably enjoy Cindy Lou's lifestyle because actually, as we mentioned there, we really, when we go out, we just have fun. She does appearances with the show, but Cindy Lou has her own little lifestyle change that she experienced, and she basically did the Rocky Horror Picture Show in real life.
oh, that's wonderful.
Kind of, sort of. But I don't own a corset. So,
You need to get one.
how did that feel? I mean, did you like wearing the corset?
A little tight.
It was a bit tight on me at first, especially now that I've
It looked a little bit odd, too, but
What's with the makeup? Should she be taking makeup secrets from you, Dr. Frankenfooter? I mean, Tim. Sorry.
Oh, you can call me anything you like. Just don't call me late for dinner.
okay.
What are you doing these days? Are you reprising your role in the Rocky Horror Picture Show? Or
I'm
no?
taking it easy. I had a stroke last year, so I'm taking it quite easy.
That's too bad. We didn't hear about that.
I'm sure it was in the news. We just we weren't on the air here in Chicago yet, so didn't report on that. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better and able to call the show. You blessed us with your presence a few times before. I'm glad I have a connection with you. Anything new to report? Would you like to give styling tips to Cindy Lou or what?
What's the secret?
Well, the secret is just to be fabulous.
Just to be
You got to
fabulous?
feel beautiful inside.
You have to feel. Do you feel beautiful inside, Cindy Lou?
When I'm not hacking up a lung.
You're always
Sure.
telling me about being lovely. Are you beautiful and lovely?
Remember,
Well, I
don't
mean,
dream
lovely
it,
on the
be
outside.
it.
What's that?
Don't dream it, be it.
Don't dream it, be it.
Well, she sure did it.
Dream it,
Well, in Cindy Lou's
be
mind,
it.
there you go, man. Cindy Lou's eyes, Tim. She was always a woman in a man's body. So
Yeah, that's-
I think she watched the Rocky Horror Picture Show a little too much when she was a kid. I don't know.
Well, I remember I was
Didn't we
fascinated
all?
by it. So
Actually, I didn't see it until recent. I saw it live when I was on the air in Vegas, doing my porn stuff and doing radio in Vegas. I was able to see 2 live performances of it. They were doing it like twice a week at the small little Tropicana Theater, and I mean the cast was great. Actually, Dr. Frankenfurter looked a lot like you, Tim. It was kind of creepy. I thought maybe it was you doing a reprisal roles in secret. It wasn't you. You weren't at the Tropicana Theater doing Rocky Horror Picture Show about 7 years ago, were you?
Right, I was, actually.
It was you. Oh, well, that
It was
explains
you.
why it looked like you. I could see you being in Vegas. You'd like the nightlife there. There's a lot of vamps out there.
I've had a good time there.
So, Cindy Lou, would you like to make a Rocky of your own? Is that what you're hoping for?
Well, I don't know. I might. I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd like to make my own long.
I noticed you don't wear a dress every day, though.
Well, I don't wear a dress every day. It's I don't really have the lifestyle where I need to wear a dress every day.
Tim, where does she get the thigh-high black hose like you wear in the movie? Where's a good place to buy that?
Victoria's Secret, darling.
Victoria's Secret is the good one? I was going to say the sparkmaker.com, but I don't think our sponsor has those kind of hoses.
I don't know if they have those or not. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think Victoria's Secret really carries my size.
They don't? You're a little plumper than Tim Curry?
Well, not really
Hot
plump, but
Topic.
plus.
Hot Topics.
Hot Topic.
He's just throwing them out. Was there
Yeah.
anything you wanted to promote, Mr. Curry, Tim? You just felt like calling your buddy from Chicago today, or you got something going on?
Find some good lingerie and wear it.
Find some. That is a good tip. I mean, that's something that everybody can think about. Just
You can feel fabulous.
I don't care who
wear
you
it
are.
wear it on the outside in 30-degree weather.
If you're even if you're a man, go buy yourself some lingerie and wear it. Just we'll take a walk on the wild side.
Oh, we could sing. We got that song. King can find that for us. We need a little Lou Reed playing in the background.
I actually wasn't even thinking about that.
Yeah,
but,
we'll play that in the background. So Tim, you're not you're out of the acting world these days.
I'm just taking it easy for a while, darling.
Oh yeah, just sitting at home in your mansion in London, or where? So you said you're in Chicago. I thought you lived in London.
I live everywhere.
Anywhere there's a drag show, basically.
Absolutely, I feel fabulous.
Weren't you in the movie Transylvania 65000?
I was.
And do you get a lot of? Are you famous for that role at all?
Oh no, I've never really caught big,
Yeah. So you're just known as Dr. Frankenfurter like forever.
Well, I think that'll be my immortal role. I was typecasted afterwards for being a perv.
Yeah, but you made a lot of money. Aren't you getting residuals off of that?
I had a lot of sex too.
With men or women?
But what about Congo? That was a pretty great movie.
Wait, whoa, don't skip over that one. With men or women?
A little bit of both, darling.
He's like,
Well, that
These
never
are a
hurts
little
anyway.
hazy.
see, we're gonna get into a little more depth of Cindy's private life in a minute. But hey, it was great having you on the air. So there's nothing.
Always a pleasure, John St. John.
You don't want to plug anything then, I guess. Just watch
well,
the movie.
I like to plug sparkmaker.com.
We don't
You have
need
a
it.
fantasy. Don't dream it. Be it.
You're gonna plug being fabulous too, aren't you?
Yeah, you're just being absolutely.
Give us the
fabulous.
plug for being fabulous.
Okay.
Well.
I guess there's no plugs from. Oh well, I guess he's gone. We lost the connection to Tim.
Oh, no, I'm
No, here he
I'm
is.
just listening to your fabulous voice.
Oh,
Wow.
well, we thought you were going to say something about being fabulous. But anyway, it was nice having you on the Celebrity Hotline again this morning. I always like being surprised with celebrities, when
Yes,
we're talking about
It's nice to wake up and
our lifestyle and our fun stuff we do with shows. But
When rose to my world to keep me safe from my trouble and pain.
okay.
all right.
Well, are you just going to hang with us while we're talking about Cindy Lou's nightlife?
Well, absolutely. I like to hear about this. It's always good to have a fellow party goer.
Well, we definitely like to be out
Well,
there partying in
and
the Chicago
what
nightlife. That's
kind of
why I'm getting in
I've
trouble.
seen Cindy Lou on the
I'm s-
radio, and I must say he looks fabulous.
I'm spending all my money on the nightlife. That's why I don't have money for rent. I'm being evicted. Possibly. I don't know about that. I don't know about that yet. But hope not.
Well, parking was $14 the other night. But
Parking is $14 in Chicago. I don't know what it is in New York and L.A. and London, but
I think we got the
Chicago.
weekend, the night rate or something like
You're
that.
seriously being evicted?
Well, I don't know about that yet, but
Or you can go live with friends in L.A.
Well, I don't know if I'm making it to L.A. though. I'll probably just be hanging out here in Chicago for now. But anyway, it was nice. It was nice chatting with you on the Celebrity Hotline.
Well, absolutely.
We'll definitely keep in touch with Mr. Tim Curry from, of course, the most famous cult movie out there. I would say one of the most famous ones. The with the sweet transvestites from Transylvania, the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
All right. So anyways, everybody, that was Tim Curry, and it was nice talking to him. And we'll be
always
looking.
a pleasure, John St. John. And
we'll always think of you when we're thinking of Cindy Lou and I's nightlife together.
Maybe you can stay for a night, and maybe a bite. I can show you my favorite obsession. I can make it a man with blonde hair and a tan, and he's good for a little now. Attention.
Boy, you are still Dr. Frankenfurter at heart.
He still got it for all these years.
Thanks for calling in, Tim. That's Tim Curry. Of course, you said he was in Congo. I don't think anybody remembers that movie, let alone him in it.
Who doesn't remember Congo?
Well, I would be
I
number
think it
one.
was nominated for some sort of an award somewhere along the line.
Like one of those Razzie ones for like the worst.
I think it was an Academy thing. I mean, I think it Best Picture, 19.
Sure,
whatever it was.
Are you making that up?
No. I mean, it was.
We
got
to look it up because I'm pretty sure
I
you're
mean,
wrong about that.
I think
and you're wrong, Cindy Lou.
I mean, the gorilla got Best Female Lead.
Yeah,
and,
right.
Amy.
Speaking of gorillas, I mean, he was a rather large man to be playing a woman in that movie, and you're a taller person
Well,
too.
it was such a farce.
Is it hard for you to transition to the women's lifestyle?
I don't think it is. I think I do a pretty decent job of blending in.
I mean, you were officially in your mind always a lady, right? That's the whole.
Well, that's
deal.
the thing. I mean, I can tell you a story about what happened to me yesterday.
It's not a sexual fetish, is what I'm asking.
Nah.
A lot of people a lot of men, I should say, dress in women's clothing.
I think
more
for
of a
some people
fetish.
it might be, but for me, it's not.
What do you always say? It's not who you go to bed with or whatever.
It's not. Well, I didn't coin this, but it's not who do you want to go to bed with. It's who do you want to go to bed as. So.
Okay. Never really thought about
and that's
it, but
pretty
you said
much
it many times.
And that's pretty much the gist of it. I just really want to, go out and be myself, and that's it. I mean, the other day.
I mean, we enjoy hanging out. Again, you were a guest telling your story. You came out on the show. Well, you didn't come out. Well, you kind of did on the show, but we enjoyed it so much. You seem to be knowledgeable on a lot of things happening in the entertainment world, just things in general. And I don't know. You made an interesting addition to the show, but we really didn't dabble into what you do for fun on the weekend. So we had a little weekend tryst. I had a public blowout over by the Playboy Mansion in Chicago with my lady friend who decided to tell the whole world about my day job. How I'm I was an ex-porn star, and everybody knows about it now. They're not really supposed to know about that when I'm outside of the radio.
I mean, the tapes, we did lock them in the vault.
She was spazzing about the driver. I used to be a driver for one of the dancers at the club, the gentleman's club. I was a DJ at.
Yeah.
I don't know. So that's that.
You used to do that, huh?
Yeah, I used to be a driver.
Did you?
But I was always out a lot, because a lot of them need rides to their movies if they're stars of adult film. They need rides to the clubs to do public appearances. They need rides to any private parties they go to. So it was good cash, but you're always like, I felt like I was like any other cab driver.
Right.
You never know when I'm going to get the.
Well, a lot of waiting around.
A lot of waiting around, yeah.
Yeah.
So she decided she was going to tell the whole city of Chicago on the Northwest Side, my lady friend that is, about, you go with your hoary girlfriend. And, I'm like, hoary girlfriend, that was a while ago. I forgot how it came up in the conversation. I think she texted me or something.
I don't know, but women never forget. I mean, it doesn't matter if it was 6 years ago, 20 years ago.
But you had a girl and a guy hitting on you. That's what I wanted to bring up.
When was this?
Well, it wasn't just last weekend. It's been the last 3 times I think we've been out.
Yeah, I mean,
when we're singing the Killer Karaoke, you have the women hitting on you as well as the men. What's going on with that?
I don't know. I mean, it's magnetism. It's pure magnetism.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
Is it that they're attracted to a woman that looks a little manly, or are you attracted to them because you like women now? I'm confused.
Well, I mean, I
thought
like
you would like men.
I like women for women. I guess I never really changed that in a sense.
But you're not a gay man.
No, I'm not a gay man. I do like men. Two, finding the right one
But I mean, you don't consider yourself being a gay man. You are a woman.
I consider myself to be a woman just as much as any other woman out there.
You've even done some of the surgeries to make that happen.
Well, yeah, I've done a few things, and
So when we go out at night, do you think people, and they've commented at me sometimes like, who's that? But I don't know if they're wondering, is it like, are you dressed for a show? Like, are you Tim Curry doing Rocky Horror Picture Show or what?
I'm not trying to dress for a show. No. I'm just
really you.
Going out and being myself. I mean, and hopefully I blend in enough, which I think I do a pretty good job at.
Yeah.
So
you're just a taller woman.
And that's really it. I'm just a taller woman.
You're a well-endowed, bigger woman. It's not like you're short and skinny. You're definitely not one of those.
No.
Like some of the models are pretty
sure
skinny.
Plenty
They're
of men
tall though.
Probably plenty of men out there are probably intimidated by my
You're
size.
definitely not petite. We can definitely say you're definitely not petite.
Not exactly, no.
Yeah. So you're definitely an interesting addition to the Best Morning After a Radio Show because, like I said, we do usually talk about a lot of things trending in the news. We talk about all things, sex and drugs and rock and roll related. I try to give my advice and views on things, but that doesn't mean, I'm not a licensed therapist, but I feel like I could be, having been in the adult industry for a while.
Well, I think
I've seen it all.
Adds a little extra.
I've been a DJ at an adult gentleman's club. I've been a driver for women that are strippers. I've done it all.
Yeah.
And now I have a co-host who is now a woman, but, is attracted to men and women and used to, actually be another sex. So pretty wild, isn't it?
Well, I guess, that, if you look at it that way, yeah, probably. I mean, from when you look at it.
Wait, if I look at it that way,
well, that is how you're
is?
looking at it,
yeah,
I guess.
Wait a minute.
So, no,
I think everybody's looking at it that way.
Well, I mean.
Aren't you?
Your perception is your reality. So.
Well, wait a minute. You are a woman. You used to be a man. That's all I'm saying is how do you... And I'm saying this because it's funny. We had Tim Curry on. We didn't get into it with Tim. But obviously I think he might be a little bit bisexual, possibly.
I would think so.
I think not just from that movie, but from other things in real life. But I don't know if he's a publicly outed gay man.
No.
But he would be a gay man. He is not a transgender or transsexual.
That's the difference. Gay men like gay men.
But in the movie, the Rocky Horror Picture Show, it's actually kind of your story, is it not?
It's not really so much.
You don't think he's supposed to be a woman, transferred from a man to a woman?
Well, no. I mean, it's supposed to be a farce, and it just goes against. It's just shocking. That's all it is.
But it's not him. Dr. Frankenfurter is a man turned into a woman. You don't think that's how they were going with the movie? I thought that was what the whole movie was about.
Well, I mean, possibly, but I guess it really didn't really get that deep into it. So, I mean, it just
had some really weird, bizarre scenes.
Yes, it just had some really bizarre, outrageous things.
How about was in the bedroom, and you see the veil, the red veil, and you see the shadow, but he's with Brad, and then he's with Janet. So
it tested, it really kind of pushed the envelope.
You think you would have a morning like that where you'd be in bed with the woman, and then in the next minute you'd be in the bed with the man?
No, not at the same time.
I wish it would be at the same time. I'd want to see a video of that one.
I mean, I would expect that anybody I was going to be with, probably it would be a one-on-one thing. So, no.
Well, and I don't want to gross the audience out anymore, but what do you think about dating younger women or men at that point? Because obviously we're, older. We're in our 30s, 40s already.
Well, I have my kind of standards or so. I'm not opposed to, dating. I guess I have my age ranges really that are preferential.
There's a story, and it's a crazy crazy segue, but there's a story out of Georgia with a girl who was 11 years old, stole money from her grandmother to go meet a guy that she met online.
Well, that's a little bit too young.
But the point is she didn't know him, and then how is she even knowing her sexuality at 11, who she likes? And I guess she knows she likes men, obviously. But we're at 11 years old. Where were you with this whole thing?
11 years old, I was in the closet.
You were a guy.
No, I was in the closet.
Yeah,
I was playing in the closet. I was playing dress up.
You were playing dress up.
I really was. I mean, at 11 years old, I was playing dress up.
Okay, but you're not considering. You're definitely not going that route where you're. I guess the guy that I can pull up the story. I guess the guy that she was talking to online was much older, like in his 20s, which is pretty.
Well, that's I mean, and that's a problem with the guy. I think. I mean, because what man in their right mind or guy, is going to date somebody that? I mean, I think it's still a little bit odd when you got somebody who's 19 years old or something like that dating somebody who's 15. I mean, as you get older, age differences don't matter so much. I mean,
the girl drove a cab from. Actually, I'm sorry, it was Arkansas, not Georgia. My bad. But she told $10,000 to go to Florida.
Well, that's a lot. I mean, I think you can get a bus ticket for a little cheaper than that.
Yeah,
So,
I don't know why I guess she took the money from her grandmother's sock drawer. So that's pretty cool that grandma's got $10,000 in a sock drawer.
Good for grandma. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, she must have been saving.
So she was in Arkansas. She went home in the middle of the night, and then she hitched a ride to a gas station in Little Rock where she called the taxi and took the cab. I guess it would be $2,000. So she gave him $1,300 and said the remainder when they reached Florida. So she had a cab driver drive her all the way to Florida to meet. Actually, and actually, it wasn't as old as I thought. It wasn't in the 20s. It was a 17-year-old boy.
Well, but still, 17 years old,
What
11?
is a 17-year-old doing with 11? So I guess that was an interesting segue, talking about your interesting lifestyle and your transformation into. Apparently, you're not the only one that has interesting attractions or ideas about sexuality. I guess she thinks it's okay to be dating a guy who's 6 years older and driving however 1,000 miles it is from Arkansas to Florida to meet him.
Well,
it's even weirder.
I'm going to say that I think she's a little bit, obviously, probably. I'm losing the word here, but there's some issue there with her. If she's going out and chasing after this and stealing money to go date something, there's
I'm gonna play
there's
Dr. Phil here. She's got to get
there's
real.
another problem. Yeah, when you have a 17-year-old guy, saying.
Now they're both minors still.
Yeah, but still, that's I think there's a little bit of leeway there when high school kids are not getting arrested for having sex.
Are you going to be hustling your boyfriends and girlfriends out of money or whatever to come meet you? Are you putting ads on the internet saying come meet a real live?
I don't have any boyfriends or girlfriends, but
Okay.
if you
But
if
that's
you'd
what I'm
like
saying.
to.
Are you gonna go in a cab ride all the way down to from Arkansas to Florida to get one?
No, they're going to have to make the cab ride up here. But before we meet, I'm probably going to have to.
According to the police, Alexis said that he had no idea the girl was coming to visit.
Yeah, sure he didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
and I'm sure he had the Mike's Hard Lemonade and the condoms too.
Yeah.
So-
I'm sure. Hello.
Hello,
I
I
mean-
mean we're
Maybe you don't know if you're a man and you're feeling thoughts of being gay or maybe wanting to be a woman. I don't think you really know at 11 years old or for 17 even, really.
Well, no, I mean,
there is really some bizarre shit going on out there.
well, some
isn't
people
there?
are just they just don't know, and it's a lack of education. So
I think it's people need therapy, and we're here to give it to them on the best morning after ever. I mean, I like I said, I've been around the block a little bit. I'm late 30s, early 40s now already. Been around the movie industry, B movie, adult movie. Like I said, been a DJ at clubs.
been around.
I've been to my fair share of rub and tugs, as they like to call them, quote unquote. I've had my adult massage, so I understand there is a nightlife out there that's a little bit alternative lifestyle that you don't hear about, in church on Sunday.
Right, but that should
I
be
don't
between.
think they're talking about you in church on Sunday,
No,
are they?
they should be talking about probably not anymore. I haven't been in a while, so
But I don't think that.
I don't think I'm going back.
I don't know
so.
if you would be accepted as a transgender.
Actually, there is a church that does accept me probably pretty well, but I pretty much left them.
What's
due
it
to
called?
some I don't want to give out the name of the church.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I mean,
But it's
I'd
in
love to kind of help them out, but
No, it's
You
in
know.
Chicago though.
it's in Romeoville actually.
So it's in Illinois.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Well, and there's nothing wrong with the what's that? LG. I always get the acronym
LGBT.
LGBT community.
Yeah,
I hope
I
they're
only don't
listening.
go
and
because I've fallen out of faith with.
I hope they like our show and they listen to the show. And I'm not saying we do or don't support the community. It's just a matter of a choice of lifestyle, and hopefully you're going to have a reasonable choice of lifestyle. You're not going to go for an 11-year-old when you're 17, no matter what sex you are. But you have an interesting lifestyle. We have an interesting lifestyle outside of the show.
Yeah.
And everybody should just keep tuning in every day to figure out what's coming up next and what we're going to talk about. and how crazy the topics are going to be. And it's always something, like I said, sex and drugs and rock and roll, relationship related. So keep listening to the Best Morning After Ever radio show. You can find us on slaminternetradio.com always, Spreaker.com. Check us out on Facebook and Twitter. We're on Google now, Google Plus, and YouTube. But all you just have to really do is type in a search on Yahoo or Google, the Best Morning After Ever radio, and it comes up. So find us there, listen to the show, and come out and see us live at the Killer Karaoke, sponsored by SlammerNetRadio.com. Everybody take care. We'll talk to you Friday.